Hello, my crafty friends. Oh, I am so excited to show you this. I am so excited. Some of you may remember that back around Valentine's Day, I had done what's called a rub-on transfer, and it looked like this. Now, this is just decoupaged in. These are rub-on transfers from Magnolia. And, you know, I was really skeptical about rub-on transfers, and I just thought, ugh, you know, do I really want to try this? And I did, and I fell in love. So I didn't get to doing any of the Easter transfers Magnolia had, and of course our summer catalog isn't quite out, but I found some transfers online. Looks like this, and that's what I'm going to show you today. I can't wait until Magnolia releases theirs, and I'm hoping in the catalog there are more transfers because I am in love. So I headed out to Dollar Tree and I found these. Are they the cutest? Cutest, cutest, cutest. If you can't find them at your Dollar Tree, they are online. And I wish I had about 20 of them because I could be doing this all day. So my supplies today, Dollar Tree, I don't know, what are we going to call this? I don't know. We'll call it whatever. Hanging basket. I don't know. So I have that. I've got my Snow White Waverly as well as my elephant, and I'll show you what I did with that. And then I have an assortment, blah, 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 assortment of flowers. Now, all of these are from either Walmart or Dollar Tree. And I don't know if I'm going to get this is one of the Valentine ones from Magnolia, and I just think this is like, it's flowers, roses, all summer long, like fun, fun, fun. But I bought this package, and it was all sunflowers, which is fine. And I'm telling you, I love this gnome. This gnome, oh, this gnome is just my favorite. And so I pulled out two other ones, and this is in a galvanized can, and this one is in a galvanized watering can. Now, this one, the verdict is still out if I want to put it on this, or Dollar Tree also had, now just pretend this is not painted. They also had the tiny envelopes, which are similar to the larger one that I showed you, and I thought, oh, that might be better on this one. So I haven't made a commitment yet. But let's get started. I'll show you what I did here. So here's my Amazon bag. Yeah, I've been shopping on Amazon. And that's where I meant to say that. That's where I got the sunflowers from. And then a quick trip to Walmart. My husband found additional ones. So I'm like, oh, I don't want to have to order them again. I'd rather get them. So 97 cents at Walmart. So what I did, and I'm not going to paint this whole thing, but I want to show you the technique I used to get this effect. And so I'm using my white, and I'm just going to paint the bottom here. And then we're going to go on and do some things while that dries. And if I can get, I don't know, this may need another coat. I know, it's still wet and I'm putting another coat on. That's okay. And actually, this is going to be okay. There's a little bit showing through, but once it dries and once I use my elephant chalk paste on it, it will look different. So I'm actually going to do this, and I'm going to move that to the side because, knowing me, I would definitely, most definitely, put my fingers right in it. So let's get started with these. And, oh, I'm missing a tool. I have to grab a tool. My tool kit is I have a cart that has like everything on it, including flowers I'm not using. I don't quite understand that. What I like to use best is an old gift card or credit card, and I'm not seeing it. So one of the transfer kits that I bought on Amazon, and I will give you the links, sent a little stick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel off glasses, Lynn. I'm going to peel off this backer sheet. And I'm just going to throw that backer sheet away because I do not need that. Then I'm taking my galvanized can, and with this one I noticed that the flowers go way up, and you want to be real careful here. Once you set this down, you are committed, because if you pull it back up, you will lose part of your transfer on there. Now, painted, and then I clear coated, and I used a matte spray for this. If you do not clear coat, what's going to happen is that you're going to pull your paint up off of this when you pull the sticky backing up. So I'm just going to take my little tool here, and I'm going to rub my transfer on. This is so easy. And even with the painting technique, you do not have to be artistic, because I can tell you, I'm a crafter. I am not an artist. I am not artistic. I am a crafter. So you'll see me doing floral displays and things. I'm not a florist. Never have been. Never will be. I just kind of go with what I think looks good and cross my fingers and hope for the best. So I'm just making sure that I go over all of this before I pull up my transfer. I just feel like I don't have it all. Okay, I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see if I am pulling anything off. And I am going, the teeny tiniest ones, there's just like a little sprig of a flower up at the top of this one. That makes me the most nervous because I'm so afraid of pulling those off. But I'm going to pull my transfer, and I'm pulling it very slowly. And you can see I'm not getting paint on this because I did what? I clear coated it. Yes. And if you choose to use Mod Podge, that's fine. I'm a sprayer, and I'm so happy that it's 78 degrees in Minnesota, because now I can go outside and spray. Usually I have to walk all the way back to our back garage that has proper ventilation, but it's not easy to get there when you've had 60 inches of snow. And yes, I fell on the ice. Thankfully, fell in a snowbank, so I didn't hurt anything. But you can see as I'm pulling this off, come on, that last little piece. Come on. Okay. Excuse me. And so there it is. That easy peasy. Do you love it? Oh my gosh, I'm in love. And that's why I'm saying I absolutely adore Magnolia products, and I'm so excited that they came out. They came out in December with our Christmas collection, and I bought them, and I just thought, oh, I don't know about these. Like, why did I buy these? And then I got brave at Valentine's Day and ordered them again, and I also ordered some for Easter, and I just fell in love. I am loving rub-on transfers. So just another way to create. How about that? Let's go on to our second one. Of course, Lynn needs her water. Okay, so let's do our watering can, and then we're going to embellish these. Oh, come on. There's one other thing I'm going to show you that I'm going to do on here, and I almost forgot, but let's get this. We'll do it with both of them. Okay, so again, I'm peeling my transfer off the back, Notice we're not writing the name of the transfer on the back because it's a one-time use. And so I need to kind of check where my center is and how far up I need to go. All right, I think I have it. Oh, and I would recommend that if you're trying these for the first time, I wouldn't try it on something that's cylindrical because it's just harder to do. So once you get it down, go for it. And so now I'm gonna start at the top and scrape my way down. Make sure I get all of that. And again, I mean, use whatever you want. You could use a craft stick, old credit card, gift card, just about anything. And I'll tell you, as I've bought these, and I'm not seeing them right now, I have so many different... Uh-oh, what's with you right there? Okay, I'm a little bit worried about that right there. I'm not sure what's going on there. We'll see when I pull it off. And I'm wondering with this one, maybe I should pull from the bottom. There is something going on right there. We'll see what happens. I hope it's fine because I have my bumblebee there, and you all know how much I love my bumblebees. Okay, let's see if we can. Oh, come on. The hardest part for me is catching that edge. And really, it's not that hard. It's me. Okay, and I'm going to pull this slowly because I want to make sure that my transfer is sticking. And if it's not, I can lay it back down. Here comes my scary part because this is where that flower, maybe my surface wasn't smooth there, but that flower was acting kind of funny. So let's see, are you gonna stay? It did. I'm so excited. And everything, look at that, everything is just sticking. I didn't quite get that on straight, but that's okay. I'm going with it. All right, so you can see, hang on, this needs a second coat, and we still have some time for it to dry. I'm just noticing I just did not put on a good coat of paint. Okay. To show you that other technique, I've still got that drying. Okay, what I wanted to show you is, I don't know if you can tell, but these are really shiny. See how shiny they are? And on something that's so shabby, I don't want it that shiny. So, and I think this one is still that way too. No, notice this one's not shiny, okay? We want it not so shiny. Ugh. So I need to move my little bag over here, and I'm going to take my brush. I have my white, and I'm just going to get that extra off, and I'm very lightly going back and forth over this just to tone it. Whoa, did a little bit too much there, Lynn. Whoops, oops, oops. I'll just rub some of that off. And you see how it's starting to tone it down a little bit. And I prefer that because if something is really has a vintage look, you don't want it to be shiny. I got a little bit too much on there too. Let's see if I can get a little bit more. And there are times where I keep going over that same spot, and I'm just rubbing my paint off because I can, because it's not dry. So you can see how that takes that shine away. Maybe with my light it's not showing that, but it really does. And so I'm just going to keep going across, and I'm just dry brushing across it. And again, if I'm getting too much of that white in there, I find that the less paint I have on here, and even just going back and forth over it, I do much better. Oh, I just have one spot on here that just wants to stay like super shiny. I think I need, just a little bit. Yeah, not that much. Ay. Okay. So my goal here is to show you that I was able to get that shine off. And again, with my light reflecting, I don't know, but really on my side, it does not look. So let's move on. This is definitely still drying. So I'm going to set that aside again. And let's embellish these. Now, when you look at the gnome has only sunflowers. So these sunflowers, what I did was I left all the greenery on them. Usually I pull it out, and this time I'm like, no, I need that greenery in there. I'm leaving it. Now, I normally put some floral foam in the back. Went to look for floral foam today. I have these styrofoam, and I thought, no, I can use that for something else. I'm going to go without my foam, and I'll have to go back and use foam later. So this has some purples, and actually theirs is lavender. I don't have lavender, but I have these purple, and I have these longer, I think these were Dollar Tree. I have these longer pink, so I'm going to set my pink aside. And then, and then I have another pink that's just really little delicate pink flowers. And I know these pink flowers and these are from Dollar Tree for sure. Here's my sunflowers that I purchased online. And I will, again, make sure that you get that link. And then I've got a mixture here. I have a mixture here of some boxwood. And I believe this was Dollar Tree. And then I also have Walmart's eucalyptus, which will work just fine. So I'm going to set those aside, and I'm going to start with my, what am I starting with? Sunflowers. Ooh, you know what? I don't think I'm going to get away. That one was so easy to get away with. This is not what I want to use, but we're going to use it anyway. So I'm just going to use to cut this, but I know this is going to be too big, so I know I'm going to have to cut it down. We'll see how it goes. And I did not do that in half because I wanted to actually see if I could just, I knew I was going to have to cut off those edges. Oh, the mail must be here. The dogs are barking. Could I ever go live without the dogs barking? I'm not sure it's possible. I'm not sure. Let's see if I can get that in there. Ah, perfect. I'm able to wedge that in there. I'm going to wedge this one in. This is not the styrofoam that I like to use for my florals. I actually like floral foam better, but this is going to have to do. So we're just going to put some of these in. I'm going to start with one flower at a time. Do I have one that's cut short? Yes. And then what I want to do is I'm going to put some of my, I'm going to go with this one. Nope, with this one I think I'm going to go with my taller pinks. Put those in there. Oh, I like how it goes above it. Like. Get some hanging, over the side there. And then let's get another one over here. I'm using my rule of threes. Come on. Go. All right, and then I'm going to take and get some of my purple down in here. Go low with that purple. Oopsie. And again, I'm leaving the greens on these because I just want that extra green. And then with this one, I am going to go with just the eucalyptus for my extra greens. Let's go in here. So I am packing this, packing it, because that's just what I like. So every flower I have in here, everything is in threes. And I think some of those leaves I could have taken off, but that's okay. I didn't. All right, I need another green somewhere. I think I'm going to have to fix my greens. They're like all over the place. I'm not sure I like this. I may be redoing this one. We'll see. Maybe it'll grow on me. Okay, so there we've got it. Basket number 2. So again, I'm going to show you. Here's number 1. Here we've got number 2. So I'm going to set those aside and let's get going on this one. And for this, I think I'm going to pull all the greens off of my flowers except for my sunflowers. Oh, this is why I don't like the styrofoam. It's just harder to push my flowers down in. Well, that one just popped right off, so I guess we'll go without that, huh? Let's leave it that way. Some of these are actually cut longer. I could cut them off, but I'm not going to do that. You know what? I'm doing that with both of these. We're going to be fine. Because actually now I'm going to use, I'm going to put my boxwood in. And my boxwood is very short. It was just how they, when you took off the sprigs, it's just how it was. Oh, come on. And it doesn't have, oh, come on. It doesn't want to tuck in. We'll get it there. Let's see. We're going to use this bigger one. We'll go over here. Oh, come on. I can't find my styrofoam. Okay, now did we have an extra sprig? Then on this side, I'm going to do my extra sprig of eucalyptus. So there, we're more on a rule of 1 with our greens. Get in there. Okay, now this, we are definitely going with this pink. Ooh, that's got to wait. It's this one that's got to wait. I'm not sure I want that extra in there. Okay, let's get our, pull these off. Let's get our pinks. Get our pinks in there. Oh, and our white paint, I believe, is dry, so I can show you the technique I used on the can. And again, we're going to take this off. And I'm also going to take the greens off of my purple. Let's stick out a little bit there. Ah, I only have 2 purple, and I could only find 1 sprig of this. Well, that bums me out, but we will make it work, right? And let's see, I'm gonna put another sunflower in here since I don't have another. So I broke the rule. I have 2s, I have 4s, and I have a 3. Ooh, I like that one. Gosh, this seems empty over here. And that is eucalyptus. So eucalyptus is going back over here. If I can get my hands on it, oh my goodness. Come on. Remember, I'm not a florist. I'm going to pull my sunflowers up a little bit more so that they're showing more. Come on. First I couldn't get them down in, now I can't get them back up. Well, we're going to be working on that. And this one I'm actually going to bend this a little bit. There you go. So we have the first one, our third one, and this was our second one. So look at that, how cute. Ah! How cute, how cute, how cute. How about I just lay these down and then you can see them better. How's that? Can you see them or do I need to pick them up? How's that? Fun? Ah! I love them. They're so adorable. My new favorite thing. Ah! Rub-on transfers. Okay. So earlier I had painted just the bottom of this, and I'm going to show you real quick how I used my elephant gray. And I'm going to shake this up again. I shook it up earlier, and I don't want all that excess color up on the top, because then it just looks funny. So I'm going to do you like this mess? I'm actually going to pour just a little bit out. Ah, that's more than I wanted. And I'm going to dip my brush on it real quick here. And then I'm brushing that paint off. So when I come across here, I'm just going to put a little bit more paint in those corners. Put my glasses on so I can actually see what I'm doing. A little bit more in there. And then I'm just kind of going back and forth with my elephant chalk paint. Very, very lightly. Now, you can You can see here I have a little bit more than I want to, so I'm just going to go back to my white, and I'm just going to brush over that a little bit and tone that down. And when I'm going back over with my brush, my white, again, I have very little paint on here. And that's the great thing about this. I mean, if you mess up and get too much of your gray on there, I'm also just going to lightly tap the ends. I need a little bit more paint for that. Oh, come on, Lynn. I mean, they're having too much or too little. And I'm just going down the sides of that, and then I'm going to, oh, there we go. There you did it, Lynn. Okay, now you can see. Lynn way overdid that, didn't she? So I don't think I have enough white. And you notice I just kept going with it because it's just, for me, it's just easier to get my color. If I just go ahead and I have too much, I just go back over with white. And there we have it. And so you can just keep playing with it. And if you have too much of a dark color, go back and add your white. If you have too much white, add your elephant. Oh, that was good. Did you see that? I went over one of my perfect spots that I liked, and my darker gray was a little bit further down, and yeah, I'm just making a big mess now. But anyway, I mean, this is basically how I did it. And if I needed more weight, I used more white. So really, it's up to you what you like. Now, I used gray. I'm into grays. Could you use another color of chalk? Excuse me. You could use antique wax from Waverly, same way. Whatever color that you would like to do. So I hope you enjoyed today. I love showing. These are just adorable. You have to go to Dollar Tree and get these. They are so adorable. I love them. And I hope you like what I did with my rub-on transfers. And these were just fun, fun, fun. There are so many different transfers on Amazon. But like I said, I'm really looking forward to see if Magnolia comes out with some this summer. But in the meantime, this guy's my favorite. I love gnomes. In fact, even my husband fell in love with that. So I will be back again later this afternoon. And so I hope you tune in a little bit later. Again, I am Lynn from Humblebee Craft Studio. If you like what you see, come follow me. Set your notifications so you never miss when I am live. And until next time, it's what? Happy crafting. Enjoy, my friends, and have a great day. See you later.